Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your love reading for October 2018. I want to thank all of you who are new to me, who are continued supporters. Thank you so much for your continued support, for your donations, your messages, your likes, your subscribes, all of it. You guys have been the best. You had the most views last month for September, and so I start off with you guys. I have been contemplating doing separate general and love readings and keeping them the way I've been doing them, or doing one reading so you have both general and love in one reading. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to keep it the way I've been doing it, one reading separate that's general from love. Also, because you guys had the most views, I'm doing your reading a little bit differently. If you haven't seen my general reading, I'll post up the link so that you can check out the general reading. This is your love reading for October 2018. I just want to remind you that not all general readings will resonate with everyone. So please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feeling a lot of scattered energy for you, Pisces. What's going on? Too many... You guys are all over the place. Slow down, Pisces. Okay, so Pisces, what I generally do, if you have not seen my general reading yet, when you book a personal reading with me, every personal reading starts off with me pulling, just, grabbing a deck, allowing the messages to come to me, whatever I'm channeling and whatever cards Spirit gives me. So you may want a reading on some specific thing. Spirit might have other ideas, and rather than it taking up space on what you need clarity in, I start off the reading with just tapping into your energy and whatever messages fall out. Example, somebody here, 8 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and 10 of Swords. Wow. Definitely stuck in your head about something. I mean, you're replaying certain situations in your mind where I feel as though you're purposely hurting yourself in the process. You get defensive about something, you think that you're doing the right thing, you want to move forward, you're just like, no, I know that this is what is meant for me. I know this is the right way to do this. I know that this is my path. I know that this is my passion. I know that, whatever it might be, right? Apply it to your situation. However, it's very burdensome when you don't align yourself to the way that the path is being laid out for you. Universe is saying, this is the path. It's a little jagged. It's okay. I know. You're like, we're doing it my way, universe. But when you go against divinely guided advice, or your path that's being laid out for you, you'll notice that it just becomes a little harder and a little harder, and little speed bumps, little roadblocks, they come up, and then they make you question whether or not this is the right path for you. But it's not about questioning the path, whether it's for you or not. It's questioning your approach. Can you simplify and make things easier for yourself? Of course. You're choosing to do it your way, being a little stubborn, making it hard on yourself, right? So anyway, I know that had nothing to do with actual love life reading that I was going to do for you, but that is how I usually start off my personal readings, and whatever random messages come in. So this is going to be your love life reading, singles and couples. For those of you that have gone and followed me on Instagram, thank you so much for finding me on Instagram, for DMing me, for booking personal readings. I did have my Instagrammers vote on what October decks I should purchase, or decks for October readings I should purchase, and excuse me, you chose the Healing Light Tarot and Deviant Moon Tarot, which I did use the Deviant Moon in the general reading. For the love life reading, I'm going to use the Healing Light Tarot and the Gilded Tarot deck. If you're interested in purchasing these decks, I do have links below Okay, what is going on with some of you guys? Okay. Somebody here is afraid that their happily ever after is not working out the way they had expected. What you need to know, for some of you who are afraid that you may be teetering on on the idea that this isn't the right match for you. You're almost thinking of walking away from this marriage engagement. Know that your relationship is just evolving. Know that this is what happens as the two of you grow together. Doesn't mean that just because you are changing and you are evolving to who you are meant to be or your partner is, doesn't mean that your relationship and the love you have for each other will change as well. It might, it probably will, but not in the way that you're thinking, not in the context that you're thinking. I also feel that for some of you, you're going from being single to being happily ever after, right? To being married. Some of you are really nervous about taking the plunge. It's like this is something that you've been wanting. You just like, you can't wait. You've really been wanting to just, let's get married already, you know? Now that the time is coming. It's almost as though some of you that are getting married on the 13th, because I'm seeing 10-13 here. Some of you that are getting married on the 13th, you're getting cold feet. And it's okay, it's normal. I'm not going to say marry this person, don't marry this person. It is for you to absolutely decide your own fate, your destiny. Okay, but I do see that 10 of Cups there with the World card, which tells me, oh look, 6 of Swords, which tells me that you do have the 10 of Cups coming in right after King of Swords, right after the Hierophant card, the marriage card, the traditional relationship. And if this isn't about marriage for some of you, you're going to meet that partner that you will marry, your future husband, your future wife. Okay, so you do have new beginnings coming in with that Empress card. You're giving birth to new ideas. For those of you that meet somebody new, some of you here, by the way, going back to the other ones, if you're not getting married on 10-13, you're meeting that person on the 13th. That's what I just heard. Like, get it right, sister. Okay. So anyway, where was I going with this? With the Empress card. Sorry, you guys. Sometimes I have way too many messages coming in at the same time, and I don't want to miss any of them. 7 of Swords. So with that Empress card, you're giving birth to new ideas. You're finally getting to this point of, you probably felt that maybe you weren't attracting the right mate. For those of you that are single, for those of you that are coupled up, I feel as though you've been with someone for quite some time and you're thinking this is never going to progress. October is the month where things progress, where you review your relationship or lack thereof, single status, right? And you really get to the bottom of what needs to change. The evolution, equal give and take. Am I putting in the same amount of work as my partner? Am I doing enough? Like, am I bitching and complaining about still being single, but then not going out, not meeting people? Because I see you, Pisces. Some of you are, you know, guilty of that, as am I. 4 of Cups. See? Missed opportunities. Why do you have the missed opportunities? Because you're not doing shit about it. It's like you're sitting around at home being like, where is Mr. Right? He's lagging. He's on that slow train. Right? He doesn't know where to meet you if you're always home. He doesn't know where to meet you if you're always working. If you're always in the books. The Sun card. So now we're talking, Pisces. You want that sun that happily ever after, that warm feeling on your face, that warm, happy feeling when two people come together that are supposed to come together. The Devil card. 5 of Wands. Is that Wands? Yes, this is still a new deck. I'm getting the hang of it. And the Hanged Man. Yeah, this is the Wands card. Okay. So what happens in October for some of you Pisces? Venus retrograde is what happens. This is a time for you to evaluate what's in your best interest. Is the relationship you've been harping over in your best interest? Is a relationship you've been avoiding, you've been fighting for? Whatever relationship that has brought up a lot of issues, is it in your best interest? Let's play devil's advocate here with the Devil card, 5 of Wands, and the Hanged Man. Some of you may be coming to the realization of the type of behavior that wasn't in your best interest, that had a lot to do with this relationship. So had this person not kicked dirt up in your face about this behavior, you'd still be acting a certain way. You'd still be, self-destructive. You'd still be self-sabotaging relationships, right? So this is where we say, damn, that shit hurt. Oh my God. I wish I didn't go through that. I wish I never met you. That's where we go, no, see? I value what I've learned from here. I know, easier said than done. Some of you have cried. Some of you have been in pain. Some of you have been depressed. But this is where we say, had this not happened, I would have never realized the lesson I needed to learn before moving on to that relationship that I truly want. So Venus retrograde shines a light on toxic behaviors, whether yours or somebody else's that you were allowing, that was causing this internal conflict. We have the Empress once again. That was causing this internal conflict that had you thinking, what is the best way to move forward here? How can I come together with someone or continue being single? What's in my best interest? Work on me, working on me, making the changes that I need to make. Page of Swords. In order to evolve, we must grow through what we go through, right? Or we continue repeating the same cycles. At some point, let me move this up so you guys have a better view. At some point, enough is enough. So, October love reading for Pisces. I don't know if you guys can see that very well or not. What do you have going on in the month of October? This is for Pisces as a collective. I'll pull separate cards for you singles and couples. The Devil card, the 5 of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Empress, 4 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Page of Swords with the 3 of Pentacles. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here. And the Page of Pentacles, of course. New ideas. Look at that with the Temperance, 7 of Wands. Okay, 8 of Swords. So Venus retrograde comes in. Exes, old shit resurfaces, right? When an ex comes in, some of us have that immediate reaction of how they made us feel at one point or another. Leave a bad taste in your mouth, right? Like, oh no, that one likes to play games. Oh no, that one's mean. Oh no, that one has a drinking problem. negative and toxic behaviors, whether yours or theirs, resurface. They don't resurface for you to have a do-over at it. They resurface for you to really be able to heal from it, to be able to analyze and put it behind you and say with absolute certainty, that's not the type of shit I want in my life. Do I want to continue being conflicted? Or do I want to make smarter decisions about this because I am ready for my new beginning? I want to come together with you for some. And for others, it's like, no, boo, not anymore. I got to do me. I'm moving on. I'm moving forward. Got my own shit that I'm worried about, that I'm dealing with. My own life. I'm manifesting my life. And your behaviors, your energy, there's just no room for it. Now, if you feel that that person only brings out the negative in you, and then you move on to somebody else who also brings out similar aspects, you've got to take the time and look at yourself and say, is this me? Am I the one with the toxic behavior? Or, slow down before you get all huffy on me, Pisces. Or, is there a pattern of the type of person that I am attracting, that I am seeking, that I am pulling into my energy? And if that's the case, what am I doing about it? If I don't like it, what do I need to do to learn from it, to stop it, to end this cycle? You've got to take action. You really have to just sit down and take the time to connect with yourself, to really feel, what is it that really, really lights my soul on fire? What makes me happy? What will make me happy? What am I looking forward to? What is that I must absolutely have in this relationship or for myself? Deal breakers. And how many of them do they have? How many of them do I have? Self-reflection. And so you start to evolve. You start to change. You start seeing a brighter side to how things can be as you cut away the bullshit. And all of a sudden, relationships start getting easier, right? Relationships start feeling like they're coming together better. You start attracting better for you. Why? Because you're in a better place. You're in a better place. You're feeling it, right? It takes hermit mode, hermit time for some of you to take the time to be with yourself, to go within and really find your balance. Decide once and for all, how do I move on from here? What do I do from here? Do I know who I want to offer my cup of love to? Or am I open and receptive to that cup of love that girl you know, or boy you know, is coming for you? Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles in this deck is pregnant. Like, no mistake. She's not bloated. She's pregnant, right? And she's a queen. And she's there with her light shining through. I mean, look at that aura. Look at that light. Same with that Knight of Cups. That light is coming from that cup of love. Are you ready to receive? Are you ready to begin something new, something better for you? Stop overthinking it. You know, whatever it is that you need to heal from is what will ultimately bring you the optimism, the healing, the hope that you need. So let's pull a couple cards for you singles. Singles, what do the single Pisces need to know? I love it. Sun, the Sun card. You've got happiness coming in. You've got your happily ever after, new people coming in. Yes, you do. Look at that Page of Cups. Singles, However this may apply to your situation, just know that you do have a great new beginning coming in, love offers coming in, these happily ever afters. Like, man, if somebody asks you to go out dancing and having fun and getting to know each other, take it. Take it, please. Okay? Coupled up, in-betweeners, Pisces. Four of Swords. What is going on for you, coupled up, in-betweeners, Pisces? There is something that you're contemplating. I do want to point out the Four of Swords here. There are two people. So this is about needing to take a break. Oh, Lord Jesus. All right. You see that? Two people. Two people in there. And it almost looks as though the Four of Swords, like two swords, each of them. There is a need for the two of you, coupled up, Pisces, to take a break. There is something that you have been really stressed out about. Notice that in the Nine of Swords, there is no light here, or in the Four of Swords. So this is the Healing Light Tarot. If your light is dimmed because you are worried, anxious, overworked, this person is chained to this stressor, to this anxiety. For some of you, your relationship is the stressor. You may be feeling as though, this is only specific to a handful of you, so don't start freaking out, Pisces. If it doesn't apply, just leave it. Don't even try it. Some of you, you're on your last leg in your relationship and you feel it coming to an end. But for whatever reason, you feel very chained and tied and bound to this person. The literal till death do us part. Okay, wait a minute. Other message coming in. Some of you are losing your partner. If they are on their deathbed, you feel as though you can't move on without them. That is for like one of you. I'm sorry I had to say it. Not all of you. Relax. Others of you, I feel as though there are certain situations that I feel as though you feel like you've been dealt a bad hand, right? Knight of Wands. I need to clarify this more for some of you because I've got way too many messages here. But there is a lot of stress in this relationship. Oh, Pisces. Ten of Swords. I hate when I get this feeling. Some of you who have a partner who is ill, hospital, bedridden, okay, hold on. This is a tough one because I don't like these type of messages. You feel tied and bound to someone who's bedridden, who's you're not a bad person for thinking this, and so this is why I have to say it this way, Pisces. You are not a bad person for thinking this. But a part of you almost feels as though you'd rather have them pass and be resting. This is not only too painful for them, but it's too painful to watch, to see them in such a bad way. I really feel as though some of you are thinking they just need to go into the light already. And I feel as though you're sitting here saying, God, I am the worst spouse. I am the worst partner. I am the worst whatever. How can I think that of my partner? my husband, my wife. You see them suffering. You are not a bad person for thinking that. This is a very, very tough and overwhelming issue for you. You haven't seen much improvement. You're not seeing any improvement right now. And when you do see a little bit of improvement, you get your hopes up. It's not enough. And it goes back to the way it was. I'm sorry for some of you Pisces couples. I need to clarify because I know this does not apply to everyone. For some of you who are in a dead end marriage or relationship. And don't freak out. You'll know if this applies to you. You're working through those feelings because I feel as though whether or not you did anything wrong here, because I don't feel like you did, just the fact that you are contemplating ending the marriage or relationship. You're feeling this Ten of Swords. That makes you feel guilty, anxious, and shameful. This isn't a new feeling of wanting to end this marriage. It's not. King of Cups. I think you've just come to the realization that things aren't ever, what I'm hearing is things aren't ever going to be the same. So something happened, there was a catalyst, something happened that changed this relationship. So you have the Knight of Cups, I'm sorry, the King of Cups for some of you, and the Ten of Pentacles, because I feel like these cards up here were specific for someone, or a handful of you. I'm sorry you're going through that. King of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Trying to find balance financially in your family life. If you do have this going on in your family, it doesn't mean that you're losing your partner, but for those of you that are losing someone in your family or someone with medical issues that needs surgery, whether a child, a spouse, a partner, a parent, a relative of some sort, a friend, somebody close to you. It's like you call in this family meeting and you say, hey, look, this is the shit we got to deal with. I can't do this on my own. Who's going to do their part? Who's going to help me do this? Who's going to help mom? Who's going to help dad? Some of you, it's like dad's getting surgery. Who's going to help mom? We can't leave mom alone. And it's like nobody's stepping up. And you're ready to just like uncover this shit. You're like, no. I'm not taking it all on my own. I'm not carrying this, however awful it sounds to say a burden. I'm not carrying this. There are options here, and y'all are going to help me with it. You all are going to help me with it. So, if you become the Hierophant saying, hey, listen up, everyone. This is how we got to pull together. This is how we have to come in. There are choices here. There are options here. And I need all of you to come together with me and try to figure this out. I am feeling a lot of medical and health issues here. And I'm also feeling that for some of you that aren't going through some health or medical issues, that there's just a lot of anxiety because your relationship is changing. But I definitely feel a lot of anxiety for you guys because, man, my chest, whew, I feel like somebody just freaking punched me in my, like right in the middle of my chest. That pain. I'm feeling it for some of you. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You're lost in confusion. I feel like I need to keep clarifying for you guys. I'm not feeling this really. All of this is good. This is good. But what is going on with you Pisces couples? Let me grab another deck. Let me grab my little mini Radiant Rider deck. How do we help Pisces get out of this funk? What do they need to know? Most important message. Things are changing. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, that Ten of Swords comes up again. Know that at the end of this burdensome state, your Ten of Cups is there. Okay. So what's going on? What's changing? Well, this is the end of one life cycle, however difficult it may have been for you. Very painful, harsh ending. I don't feel betrayal. I just feel very harsh ending. There is something that has been burdening many of you Pisces. At the end of it all, because wow, 4 tens, you guys. Pisces, you see that, right? 10, 10, 10, 10. Huge month. And this is in the month of October, number 10. Pisces, this is insane. Can't make this shit up. Thank you, universe. Thank you, spirit, for being able to guide Pisces through these difficult times, closing out one life cycle. However painful or harsh it may have been, however stressful or burdensome it may have been, know that that cycle is what you had to go through to get to your 10 of Cups. Pisces, that is how we'll wrap up your love reading for the month of October. I hope that you all have a wonderful October. Don't let the pettiness, the funkiness, the, residual unresolved energies from your past relationships affect you this month. It is what needs to come up and what needs to resurface in order for you to grow and manifest your 10 of Cups and your happily ever after. Take care, Pisces. Bye.